And here we are live. Welcome to this live video where we will make a mindset lesson to overcome approach anxiety with girls. But before starting, if you're new here, my name is Luca and I'm one of the world's leading experts about approaching girls in the daytime. Since 2018, I've helped over 1200 men sleeping with new girls approached in the daytime. I started teaching it only in Italy in 2018 and then also internationally from 2022. So let's start. Mindset lesson about approach anxiety. So the first thing that you have to keep in your mind, I will just give you random advices. So first thing that you have to keep in your mind is lost for lost, go anyway. We're talking about daytime approaches. So when you see a girl you may like, a girl that you find cute in the middle of the street, in a grocery store, in a shop, at the mall, in a daytime situation. So lost for lost, go anyway. Let me check if the audio is working. Okay. So lost for lost, go anyway. You have only to earn. Okay. If you're not going to speak with that girl, you just lost her. If you're going and you get rejected, you still lost the girl. Okay. But you can also potentially succeed with that girl. Okay. So you only have to earn. Also focus on warming up to be ready for the right girl. So you will remove the focus from the idea of getting rejected. So for the right girl, I don't mean the girl that you will get married with. Okay, the girl that you will have a positive interaction in that day. Okay, of course you can have multiple positive interactions in the same day, but for example, if you get in field and you start thinking, no, this girl, she's going too fast, she will probably has a boyfriend, and all your other excuses, you enter in a negative loop where you will not take action, and after 30 minutes, after 1 hour, then you will be depressed and you will be unable to do anything. But if the first girl that you're crossing path with, you are going without thinking to your excuses, even if she's not the perfect girl, even if you are not super convinced about that girl, just go. Don't focus on that specific girl. Just go, so you will be warmed up for then later when you will approach the girl that you will have a better connection with. Okay, that if you're not going to that girl, then after maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, you cross path with another girl that you like more, that maybe there is a better mental connection, but you will never know if you're not going to talk to her. Then maybe she's walking in front of you. You are going to talk to that girl, and then you are unable to speak because you are not warmed up, because you made so many excuses with the previous girls. Okay, so focus on warming up to be ready for the right girl. So you will remove the focus from the idea of getting rejected. You're not going there and getting rejected. You're warming up for then meeting the right girl. Okay. Also, another mindset that was really helpful for me, especially in the beginning, that made me improve really, really fast with women. So to have sex faster with women. So the escalating from zero to be expert with women is thinking, do it for the reference. This was also a very famous quotation in the US in 2015, 2016, and these years. I remember when I was going out with my friends in daytime situations in 2015, 16, or these kind of years, and every time when a hot girl was walking in front of us, and we were looking at each other with one of my friends, and always one of us was saying, "Do it." Do it for the reference, even if because even if you're not really convinced, just do it for the reference. Okay, you don't have to marry that girl, you don't have to get the phone number, you don't have to go on a date with. If you don't want to, you can just get the phone number and never text the girl again. So just for the fact that you approached that girl, it doesn't mean that you have to text her. Okay, so but if you're making a lot of experiences, you will improve much faster, you will get better, and you will become expert really, really fast. And eventually you will have sex with countless girls, and you don't even understand how the day before, of course it's just an exaggeration, but a few months before, you were afraid of approaching women, and after a few months you will start having sex with countless girls. So if you're making a lot of experiences, every time you're not sure, just think, do it for the reference, just do it. Okay, even even nowadays, even if I can allow to myself to, for example, not go on a date, many times I just say to myself, this girl, I'm sure that it will be just a useless date. She doesn't have a experience. It will be a pain in the ass, and but it doesn't matter. Many times I just, let's see, just let's just do it for the reference, okay? So sometimes I still do it even nowadays if I'm expert, but this was one of the mindsets that took me from a beginner to expert really fast in the beginning. Okay, so every experience is good unless you die. Of course, if you die, it's not a really good experience, but you will not die approaching women. Okay, you will always learn something. Okay, and also you will encounter in so many funny and interesting stories if you're jumping into experiences. Okay, so do it for the reference. Also, remember that nobody, let me check 1 second. So if those of you that are connected, if you want to ask something, if you have any questions, just type it in the chat box, and then I will answer later. So also remember that nobody cares about you, no one knows that you exist, and everybody's focused on their own inner dialogue. Okay, many people, when they are approaching in the street in a daytime situation, they are afraid of what other people will think. Don't think about that. They are also the people around you are afraid of what other people will think about me. Okay, everybody's we all tend to think that we are the center of the universe, that when nobody's watching us, nobody's is caring about you. But this is a positive news, okay? Because nobody's watching you, everybody's is thinking the same thing. Oh, am I looking cool? Should I put my hands in my pocket? Or if you're at the club, people should I hold my cocktail like this or at this height, or should I be with my arms crossed? And people are in this inner dialogue, thinking that everybody is watching when nobody is watching. Everybody is focused in this inner dialogue. So don't think about other people. Nobody's watching you. People maybe if you're approaching in a daytime situation, people will watch you for 2 seconds and then they will just keep walking. Okay, nobody will watch you. I remember an example of another person once told me that I was in LA, and it was just in a car. He stopped at the traffic light, and a naked man started running into the traffic. I don't know if this is a common thing in LA, but how many people will think to that another for a second time? Just people will think, "Oh, a naked man in the traffic," and then people will keep driving. Okay, so nobody will go thinking back to that situation. Okay, also if you're afraid of, for example, when you do something potentially embarrassing in public, maybe you're about to slip in public, maybe the floor is slippery and you're about to fall, to stumble, I don't know, maybe when you're walking on the stairs, you're about to stumble, and then you manage to recover and you're not falling, and then you think that everybody's watching you. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Everybody already forgot about it after 3 seconds. Okay, and think about it. Okay, think about that. If you do something that you maybe consider that's embarrassing in public, like for example, maybe you get rejected in public after approaching a girl, nobody's watching you. Nobody's watching you, and even if someone was watching you, he will just watch you for 3 seconds, and then he will just go on with his life. So don't be so conscious about what's around you, because usually there is nothing. Okay? It's all in your head. Okay, of course you have to watch this content many times, so this will penetrate your subconscious mind and not your ass. So also remember, this was also one of the mindsets that really helped me when I was in my beginning in 2015, when I was virgin, shy, introvert, loser with girls. I was thinking to help myself approaching girls in the daytime. I was thinking I will not see her again. Even if I get rejected, I will just not see her again. I don't have to be embarrassed, like if you're in a social circle situation that you may be rejected, and then you have to see that girl every day. Maybe it's your colleague, and you have to see her again every day at work. Maybe it's one of your friends in the university, and you have to keep seeing her every day and feel embarrassed. But in a daytime situation, it doesn't exist. Okay, so you just will not see her again. Okay, also another mindset that really helped me in my beginning, which also helped me to find many special girls along the journey. And for example, I can give you many examples about this. It's a really powerful mindset if you if you are able to use it, if you really focus on this, which is What if she's the next girl, dot, dot, dot. What if she's the next girl I will go on a date with? What if she's the next girl I will have sex with? What if she's my future wife? What if she's my next girlfriend? Okay, because someday it will happen. Someday it will happen that you will approach the girl that you will go on a date with. Someday it will happen that you will approach your future girlfriend. And every day you are missing so many opportunities. There are other timelines where that you are creating or not creating, when you are approaching or not approaching. Okay, you have countless opportunities every day in your day-to-day life. Okay, just for example, why do you choose to stay in the timeline where the girl of your dreams is in the bed of someone else? This is also another shift in the mindset. The girl of your dreams, the girl that you will be in a relationship with, the girl that you will marry, if this is your goal one day, she's already out there. Why you choose to stay at home and let this girl to be in the bed of someone else? Okay, this can motivate you to take action. Also, I remember the first girl I had a date with. Let me drink 1 second. The first girl I had a date with in my life, I remember I was still a little bit stuck in approaching girls in a direct way. I was still stuck approaching girls in an indirect way, and so I was trying to shift from an indirect approach to direct approach, which is the best way to approach girls in daytime situations. And I remember I was still living in Milan, Italy. Now I live in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, since 2 years. And I remember I said to myself, okay, as soon as I will step in the square, in the main square in Milan, I will approach immediately the first girl I see. And I remember that day, immediately when I stepped into the main square, two girls walked in front of me in two opposite directions. So I had to decide fast which one to go to talk to. And at the end, I went to talk to one of these girls, and then that girl became my first date ever. What if I was going to the other girl? Probably my first date would have been another one. Maybe there is a mosquito. Maybe my first date would have been another one. Maybe I would still be with that other girl. Who knows? Who knows? Also, I remember this my second girlfriend in 2019. I approached her in a daytime situation, but when I saw her, actually, she was in the middle of the crowd, always in the main square in Milan, and she was dressing really elegant, red hair, but I lost her because she was in the middle of the crowd, and so I just said to myself, okay, I will just keep walking around, and then after 10 minutes, I saw her again, and I said, oh, this is the girl of before. I went to talk to this girl, and then I had the same day late, so I had sex on the same day after like 2 or 3 hours. I know if you are a beginner, it's pretty much impossible to believe that it's possible to have sex on the same day, but it's possible. Start first having sex on the first date, and then you will start believing that it's possible also to have sex on the same day from a daytime approach. It's pretty much the same thing having a one night stand at the club. You can also have the same thing also in a daytime approach. It's called same day lay, and then we went on vacation together after a few months, but I already knew that it was something that would have not lasted for long, because she was not living in my city. So we knew that we were staying together only for a few months, and then she was going back to her city in the other side of the world. But what if I was changing area in that moment? Because I lost her in the beginning, in the middle of the crowd. What if I was changing area? What if I was going home? I would have never met that girl. And I can give you many, many other examples. Okay, so why do you choose to stay in the timeline where the girl of your dreams is in the bed of someone else? Also, for those of you that want a family, also this is another mindset shift. Think about your future kids and about the fact that they will never be born if you don't wake the fuck up. Okay, so you are potentially killing your future kids. Save this video and show it to your future kids in 5, 10, 15 years, and tell to your kids in many years, once you really risked to never be born, show this video. So that you think about it, you are really killing your kids if you're not taking action. Also, another example that I can give you is the cost of not taking action. I realized this in 2019 with a student in a bootcamp. That this student, he was 38 years old, and he had 2 dates in 2 days. It was a 2-day bootcamp, and he had 2 dates. So let's just say 2 dates in a week, and which is eight, which it is potentially 8 dates in a month, which is, if you think about it, it's 96 dates in a year. Okay, it's a lot. You can get much more, but if you are a beginner, virgin, shy, introvert, call it as you want, it's a lot. Thinking 98, 96, or whatever it is, dates in a year. And this student, he was 38 years old, and pretty much he haven't got pretty much, I don't know, only few results in his whole life. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he got 2 dates in a week. So I told him, okay, imagine if you would have kept this frequency for the past 20 years, because he was 38 years old. And I told him, okay, imagine if you would have started at 18 years old. In 20 years of time with this frequency, 2 dates per week is, in 20 years, is 1,920 something dates in 20 years. Now, in let's just say in 1,900 dates in 20 years, do you really think you will not find a girlfriend? Do you really think you will not have sex with hundreds of girls, even if you're not really skilled in out of almost 2,000 dates? Do you really think you will not have sex with 100 girls, 200, 300? Okay. Also, for example, in my first year approaching, so in 2000, between 2015 and 2016, I had around 20 dates, starting from 0. Okay, my first 4 months I got no dates, and then from the 4th to 5th month I started having 2-3 dates every month. So in 1 year, at the end, it was around 20 dates, starting from 0. I was a shy, virgin, loser, and, whatever you want to call. And from 0, 20 dates. So you know that the cost of not taking action is minimum. You're missing minimum 20 dates per year. You can afford losing 20 dates per year, and this is just minimum. Okay, if you put effort, if you learn the proper method, you can get countless girls every week, every month. Of course, it depends how much effort you're putting. Also if you're learning a proven method. Now, I don't know if there are if there are questions, but for those of you that will watch later in another moment, if you want to fix your dating life, starting to sleep with new girls that you approach in a daytime situation, so you can text us to our American number. You can find the contact in the description down below. So if you are from the US, you can text us in that number. If you are from Europe, you can text us on WhatsApp. You can find the contact information below to schedule a free consultation call, and we will see how we can help you to go from wherever you are, shy, virgin, introvert, or whatever sticking point you may have, specifically in approaching girls in the daytime, and we will take you from there to having sex with new girls that you can approach in daytime situations. So check the description below, and see you in the next video.